Hi everyone, David Maley here, and today is part 3, the conclusion of this exciting series on redemptions for hardware store data for a chain, and showing how to get redemption percentage and redemption numbers and groupings for this, and doing a data cleansing all through Alteryx. So we've done the cleansing in part 1, was these 4 right here with a bunch of different formulas behind it. Part 2, we showed you here how to break things out by redemptions by store, by segment, by date, all that stuff. Part 3 is going to be this area right here and this area right here. What we're doing is giving a redemption percentage. So let's start off here. First, we start right here at the end of this, and we've got this line that goes straight behind these guys and goes straight to here. What that is, I want to know the total number of customers that I reached for the coupon, right? So that I can just do this, and I have count and group by, and that gives me the count and the type, which is coupon. Remember that we went in here and had a type formula added in here, which just gives everything there because it's only one coupon type. So we want to know that for all those. Then we take this and it goes straight into the select, and this select says, okay, we want to rename count to target. Okay, and we got type and target, and you see right here. Here's our target and here's our type. And then this line goes straight there all the way down to here. And what it does is it uses this union where we bring in, this is a type or a text input here. And what we're doing is we can have as many different types as we want. So this type matches the other type. It's spelled the same way. And we could have mailer, email, whatever kind of campaigns you want. Handouts, it could be flyers, it could be anything. Okay, in this case we have a 10,000 mass mailer. Okay, so we have that, and that brings these two into here, and in the end we have two things listed. We have target, numbers, and type. Now if we had reached if any of these customers that were in the coupon were in this mailer, we would have to remove them because they only want to be counted in one time, not twice. But in this case there are two entirely different groups for this, so we don't have to do that. So once you've done this and you've done this union, then what we do is we go to the next part, which is we just sum it based on this, and we want to put that together just for target. So we want the total number. Here's target. We don't care now anymore which part was mailer, which part was coupon. That's our total target audience. Okay, as we did here, target sum. That's all we did there. Then this line right here, let me clip on this so you can see and follow. It goes all the way straight through to here. Make sure you follow this here, not here. It doesn't go backwards. It goes right to here, and this is an append. So we have two fields that come in. We have this, which is your target. See that right there? That's what's nice about Alteryx. You can just go and clip on the little arrow pieces. So the targets come in at the top, and the bottom is the redeemers, 1,532 of them. So the redeemers, keep this in mind. Now if we clip on this, this actually goes from here. These are the redeeming customers. Remember that we built this in part 2? And that gives you the 1532 count right here and goes straight up to here. Do not clip on this, and the reason being is that is the people that did not redeem. So, we don't want to know that for the redemption percentage. We want this one, okay? So we take off of this one, it goes right there, it builds that into here. And so then in this sum coming out, we've got that going, we've got a lot of data going into, oops, let's clip on that right there. We've got 4 pieces of information coming here. We don't need them all. What we want coming out is just the count group by. See that? Count group by. If you don't know how to do this, just put count, add, and group by right there. And so on the right, when I click on that, you see the only thing that comes out is the count, right? And then we have a select here where all we're doing is renaming count. So you just put in here redeemers. That's what I did. So that renames that field from count to redeemers. So we have here our target, right? Target, and then we have redeemers, right? So we have both those. Our target is 12,307 total, and our redeemers is 1,532. So when you put that in here, you have target and source, and then here what comes out is target and redeemers, right? Just like that. So instead of looking like this and this, it's now together like that. That is what the append does. And then next I have a calculation where what I do is in this formula, I just have redemption percentage, is what I called it, and I have the field, because remember that's why we did this. We have two fields, target and redeemers, and what I'm doing here is I'm dividing redeemers by target times 100. If this was Excel, you would go and just do these two and remove this part and just make that a percentage data type or format, but you can't do that here. So the easiest way here is redeemers divided by target times 100. So it comes in as these two, it comes out as these two plus the redemption percentage of 12.45%. Then we go here and we're going into this select again, where we're going to change the redemption percentage to 10.2, and that gives us 12.45, which is correct. If we needed to change it, we could change the names in here and stuff. And then we have a summary here which says, okay, I don't want these two, I just want the redemption percentage, and I want to call it redemption percentage, and I want it grouped by. And that gives me the 12.45% right here. If I did not want this in there, I could just remove that and just bring this straight over into here, from here to here, and that would just give me the coupons, the total number of coupons, and the redeemers of the coupons, and the percentage based on that, which would be like 35%, which would be wrong because in this case we have this additional marketing element of a mass marketing mailer. And we could have many more in here. We could add in, 5,000 for a email blast, and who knows what else, okay? So that's how you get the total redemption percentage. So now I have a total process here. You minimize it so you can see it better. That runs in literally a second. It actually runs sometimes in under a second. And all I have to do is have the data here, right? And this data input, have these process or these little pieces built up like I showed you how to do the formulas for data analysis to split things out. This literally does not take long to make at all. And then the coolest part is in the future, if I have similar campaigns, all I've got to do is have the data in this format, just like this, which is probably the way that it comes out of whatever database it's in or tables it's in, and then just put in what the extra different ways of marketing are, or different formats or different events that they've done, how they reach the customers in there. And then once I have those two in there, the rest is all built. All I do is hit run. Watch this. Boom. 0.8 seconds. That's how long it takes to run it. And I've got all the data I could want that I can use to so I just have to pull this up here so you can see the data. But I can see, how many non-redeemers do we have? What are their card numbers so we can reach them? How many redeemers did we have? What are the different segments? Groups 1 through 4 broken up by percentages. And I can see there, and here's the customer number and when did they redeem their coupon. I can look at redeemers per month and look at, the breakout of how they did each month. I can look at redeemers by week number, and I can look at them by store. A lot of times this one's really helpful in giving more context and more insight, because all you need with this one is then to pull in data that shows where the locations are for each of the stores. So I need to know city, state, and latitude and longitude. Very simple to have. And then with that, I can go and map this stuff. I can just throw it straight into Tableau or ClickSense or Power BI or even R, and graph and map these locations, and I can then look for clusters and stuff, which is really cool and interesting. If you want to know more about clustering, please look at my other videos on clustering in here. I have them in R on clustering and Alteryx on clustering, all kinds of great stuff for you there. So you can take that to the next level. And then here's your redemption percentage. So you have all that built, ready to rerun on, and so marketing can come to me with different campaigns, and all I got to do is get the data in this format, and right just like this, customer number, week, store, period, just like this, and I'm ready to run. Here we go. So that's all I need to do, and it takes me literally 1 second once I've built this to reuse it. Maybe make some changes in here. It takes a little bit longer, but not much. If I need to change the formats, if it comes in differently, it comes in as week-09 or something like that. It's very simple to change up and take that into account. And I know exactly, quickly. It's all labeled correctly where they want to hit the 2 top segments. Okay, here we go. Boom, boom. I have all the customers right here. I can get all 94 records for that one and all 400 and something, 478 for that one, plus what month they redeemed it. I can do all that stuff in seconds and give it to them, map it, graph it, whatever I need to do from here. Very simple to do. I don't generally always map these in Alteryx. I find it easier to map and graph them in Power BI, but this is the best. This is a great tool right here to quickly do this part of the redemptions analysis and have it done in seconds. I hope you found this helpful and useful. If you want to do the advanced stuff, clustering, please go look up on my channel here, look in clustering. I have a lot of videos on that in Alteryx, and I also have them in R and other Power BI and other ways to help you to do that. K-means clustering. On top of that, there's also a lot of other great videos on forecasting. So just like you can do clustering on the by store, you could also forecast based on either the different segments or by month or by week number. Week number would probably be your best one if you really want to do some great forecasting on stuff like this. You could go and with this information right here forecast how would these guys do with a similar campaign in the future, things like that, which are really helpful to have and understand, and you could get some really high accuracies with those. I have processes in both R and in other applications on my website, or on this not the website but on the YouTube channel. And also make sure this is video 3, so it's the last part in this series. If you haven't watched 1 or 2, go back and watch those so that you can go and create this cool process and be doing this yourself in literally seconds. It makes it so much easier to do analysis, data science stuff, to be able to make reusable processes that you don't have to rebuild over again. So thanks again for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, share, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.